What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure that you subscribe, hit that bell so you get all the notifications I post on Wednesdays and Fridays every single week so that you can get more tips about public speaking. Today, I want to come talk to you about a mistake that most people make when it comes to presenting to an audience, especially when it comes to presenting to management. And what is this problem? What is this mistake? All they do is focus on the topic they're wanting to talk about or the problem at hand. Most people, when they go to present, they only present the problem and they never present a solution. And that obviously is a very big problem, because if you just come to management and you're presenting on a problem and you just tell them about the problem, but you give them no solution or no way forward, what do you expect to happen next? Well, first of all, they're going to ask the question, what's the solution? What do you have in mind? Of course, they probably have some ideas, but you're the one that's there dealing on the front lines. You're the one that's dealing with it on a day-to-day basis. So you probably, or you should, have some thoughts, especially if you're presenting to, say, senior management or upper management. You need to make sure that you have this. Now, if you're just talking with your manager, if it's a casual conversation, it's a totally different story, but we're talking about presenting here. So most people, they make the mistake of just talking about that specific topic or talking about a problem and never giving that solution. So how do we fix this? This is what I want to talk about, is how we fix this. Well, first of all, we need to think about the end in mind. What is the whole point of this presentation? Where are we trying to go? Again, the point of the presentation. So we need to think about that end in mind. Are we trying to get some money to help fix a solution? Are we trying to get more staff for the solution? Are we trying to get training in place so this problem doesn't happen anymore? What is our end goal? Because if you go into the presentation just talking about the problem and talking about a solution, even if you give what the solution may be, if you never actually present what you need the management to do for you, you're also not going to get the results you want. And with having the end result in mind, you can know whether your presentation went well or not. So when we think about the end in mind, we need to know what is the outcome. We need to think about what that outcome is. So if I have a problem that I can't produce enough widgets on a day-to-day basis, what are some things that I need? Okay, maybe it's parts. We have supply chain issues right now. Maybe it's the fact that I don't have enough employees, or I don't have enough money for things. There's not training. What are the issues we have? And so once we figure out what those issues are, let's say we don't have enough training and we don't have enough employees. So then I can go to management and I can present about the problem that we have, is that we can't produce enough widgets on a daily basis to keep up with the demand we have for our product. So when I go to management, I tell them about this problem, and this is what we need. The solution is that we need training so that our associates, our production associates that are building these widgets, can be more efficient. But then we also need more people power, because we don't have enough people either. Even if we could double the efficiency, which you're going to need those numbers as well. Well, how more efficient can you make the people? And what kind of efficiency could you do? Maybe 2x is too much. Maybe you can only do an extra 10% efficiency. So go to 110% with some training. You need to have some of these things in mind so that outcome can be presented to your management, that, hey, we need training and we need people power. And when you can have that end goal in mind, then you can also go and talk about that and give them the facts and fill all that information in that they're going to need up front. So you tell them the problem, you give them information, you give them the solution that you have, and then you ask for what you need if there is something that you need. And this depends on what you're doing. If you're asking for something, then yes, you're going to need to go for that ask. But if you're simply just presenting what happened or what the problem is, and you're not asking for anything, you need to go give that solution, or you need to give the whole facts behind everything. But make sure that you know what that outcome is that you want from your presentation. It's going to be a big part of you being successful in your presentation. The other point, which I've alluded to here, is how do we move forward? What are those next steps? So you've presented the problem, you presented information, And now you need to make sure that you're talking about that way forward. What is the way forward from here? Where are we going to go from here? And maybe you don't know what that way forward is, but what are some things that you need management to help you with? So you can go back with certain things and basically giving homework. That's another way. What are those next steps after this presentation? It doesn't always have to be a solution to it. It could just be a way forward. Hey, look, this is what we believe we need. Again, going back to that example of we need training and we need people power. And I need you to give that approval here. So our steps going forward, our next steps is that I'll be waiting for you to get the approval, to get the money, the funding for us to be able to have this, and the approval for the job cards so that so that way we can move forward on that. And so this is what you need to do. Make sure that you have the next steps forward. So don't go into a presentation only thinking about the topic that you want to talk about, only talking about the problem. Make sure that you actually have a solution for it and a way forward, and what you know what that end goal is in mind. Have the end in mind at all times. And this is what will help you have a more effective presentation and help you be able to get the results that you're looking for from that presentation. Now, if you like this content, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, like it, put a comment here. Let me know what things you like, what you don't like, what you want to see more of. And I'll be making sure to cover all things public speaking skills for you in the future. So I hope you tune in next time, and we'll see you then.